Off my yoga blog. Hello and welcome. My name is Shauna. This is our intermediate level Fit Essentials class. If you're wearing the bands, we just added air, so you can do that now. And what else did I want to say? If you want to have a chair or a couch or a bench nearby, we'll have the option to elevate our feet with our first circuit. In the meantime, let's go ahead and come into position. We're going to do a little cat-cow breathing, stretch out our wrist, and then we'll get rolling. So come into hands and knees. Tabletop position, nice wide handprint. We're going to start with that cat-cow breathing. So you're going to breathe in, really deep breaths. You can breathe in through the nose. You push up through your back by your chin to the chest. And then either out through the nose or out through the mouth. Soft arch, drawing your shoulders back and down, looking up and forward. 3 to 4 more times. Try to pause the top of each breath. And the bottom. Breathe in some good positive energy and breathe out any tension, stress, worry, especially those that are here during the holiday season. Oh, I'm gonna take it through one more time. Breathe in, push through. Breathe out, gentle arch. And now we're gonna sit back on our heels. And circle through the wrist. Shoulders down out the ears. Make it a little fist, circling through. Excellent. And then we'll turn it the other way. Lovely. Back of the hands together. Fingers drawing, pointing down. Draw those shoulders down. Draw those elbows down. Close the eyes and breathe 3 times here. As you breathe in, try to feel the rib cage expand. One more. And shake out those hands. Shake them out. All right, we're going to get started with some down dog. We're going to be doing that down dog with the knee to elbow, involving that hip extension. So really take a nice wide handprint. We're going to lift those hips up. Start with that traditional down dog here. Chin to the chest, guiding your heart towards your thighs. Kind of sitting back, letting your heels lower towards the floor. And then when you're ready, we're going to start with your right leg. Breathe in, draw the right knee towards the right elbow. Breathe out, push back. Point the toe, extend the hip. Lower that left heel towards the floor. Draw it forward, extend back. Going to keep it going all on the same side for 15 seconds, and then we'll switch sides. Good. Pushing through those arms as you draw them forward, pushing through the heel of the hand as you push back. Last one on this side. And then take it to your left leg. Left knee towards the left elbow. Pushing straight back. Really emphasize that extension through the hip. Breathing in and out the nose here best you can. Good, 1 or 2 more. Really try to fire that glute as you extend back. And when you finish that rep, come on down, and we're going to take it on to your back. You do want to elevate the feet. You're going to want to lie on your back with your feet near your chair. First thing we're going to do is loosen up that low back, starting to hug the legs in and rock your body side to side. Good. You want to go deeper into that twist. Bring your arms out to 90 degrees with the legs together. Both legs come to one side. As you rotate the head, look over that other shoulder. And then smooth, take it back. Now, depending upon how your low back's been feeling, you may want to start this first round of glute bridge work with the feet flat on the ground, just a regular bridge. If you've been active this morning, your low back's feeling strong and you want to elevate the feet, you can go ahead and elevate the feet to get started. We're going to start in 10 seconds. We're going to be doing a minute of some bridge work. So either feet on the ground or heels on the bottom of the chair. You can also push the soles of your feet down. Once you get in a position, go ahead and begin nice and soft, lifting up, breathing in, lower down. We're going to spend 1 full minute here. So adapt to your body, what feels best. I always lean towards being a little bit more conservative on the front half of the session. This is our first of 2 cycles of this. You want to really think about creating some space in that lower back as you lift up. And then squeeze the glutes, draw the chin to your chest at the top, just over halfway. I like to add a pause in that top position, really trying to wake up more and more of those glutes. And really allowing the front of your hip to open and lengthen. Trying to feel that burn through the thighs and the hips. We're going to go one more time, friends. Breathing in on the down, breathing out on the up. And 2, 1, and release. Woohoo! Good job. Go ahead and roll it on over. We're going to go back to that tabletop position, hands and knees. We did the cat-cow last time. This time we're going to walk the knees in and do our quadruped hip rub. So with the knees touching, midline drawn in, I'm just going to ever so gently rock my hips side to side. Typically, you'll feel a gentle stretch in the low back. Sometimes you feel a little bit more in the sides of the body. We're getting ready for round 2 of that down dog, knee to elbow. We're going to begin in about 15 seconds. You spend about 30 seconds on each side, getting that nice full hip extension. You want to shake out those hands for just a minute. Then as you come into position, spread the palms, place them down. And 3, 2, 1. Let's start with the right leg. So up and a down dog. Breathe in, draw the knee to the right elbow. Breathe out, really extend, push, point. And then find your cycle. Draw it in, drive it back. Forward. Couple more. Lovely, last one. And then we'll switch sides. If you need to come off the hands at any point, all means. Otherwise, when you're ready to switch, we'll take it into that left side, taking it forward. Really key to stay long and strong for those arms. Make sure those elbows aren't bending. Between 3 and 5 reps on each side. Take it in, drive it back. Go one more time. Breathe in, breathe out. As we come down, take it back around onto the other side. Very good. Once again, either feet flat or hips elevated. A little bit faster transition on this round. Once you get down there, lift your torso, draw the shoulder blade back and down, both sides. And then I'm going to put my soles of the feet onto the bench. And we're going to begin our minute in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Now we're into our second of 2 rounds. So maybe we want to start to cycle a little bit faster, get some further reps in, go a little bit deeper into that rep count this time. Still want every rep to look and sound the same. So what gives sound to the exercise? Your breathing. In and out through that nasal cavity as able. Get my words here. Helps reduce your stress, help relieve any tension. Breathing in, breathing out. 20 seconds left. Focus on lengthening the back of the neck. Chin draws in as the hips raise up. Woo! Really feeling that burn now. 1 or 2 more. And 3, 2, 1. Take the break. Woo. All right, we're gonna do our little frog stretch on the ground. We're gonna bring the soles of the feet together, hug those ankles in towards the groin. Use your elbows to push your thighs out. And then if you can, just rock your body side to side. There you go. Fantastic. All right, we're gonna get ready to get on up. We're gonna keep that chair around if you have it, or you want to think about something else you can use. We're gonna have a push-up mountain climber in our next series. But as we make our way up, we're gonna start to slowly come out of that forward fold. And nice opening for the back of the body. If you're already standing tall, then just chin to the chest, slide the hands down the legs. Go ahead and take yourself into that forward fold. And stand it up one more time. Excellent. All right, next we're gonna open up the inner thighs, walking your feet nice and wide. Check in with your toes. I want them to be pointing directly ahead, shoulders back and down. Reach the arms straight out, or you can hold on to a chair or a countertop. And then we're just gonna take it a little into a bit of a side lunge. Gently easing into it, we're gonna go 3 times each direction. Lift the toes down, push the knee wide. Excellent. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. Fantastic. All right, inch those feet in. Next, we're gonna go behind the back stretch. Draw the stomach in, keep your feet nice and wide. You don't want to flare those ribs out. So keep the shoulders stacked over the hip. You get some extension through the elbows. Lift the arms up. And then with a nice long spine, as you root down into your legs, send the hips back, bow the chest down, bring the arms in. And then allow gravity to do its work. Give some space into your neck. On your next inhale, push the legs and bring yourself back up to vertical. Fantastic. All right, let's grab a drink of water. And then you're going to want to bring over any weights that you want to use for your first set of deadlifts. We have some squatting as well. I'm going to stay unweighted for the first round of squats. We're going to be working for 45 seconds. Remember, especially those of you that are using the bands, start light. It's really a good tactic to start light on any kind of movement as you're getting your body warm. We're going to begin in 15 seconds. When I'm using a dumbbell, I'm going to set it vertical. So it's going to sit on at the end of the dumbbell, standing right over top. Check in with your midline. Draw the belly in, soft bend of those knees, send the hips back, and here we go. Squeeze the glutes. Long spine, bowing down and standing tall. Very nice, Sharon. Straight up. As you bow forward, shin in, looking down. As you stand tall, eyes ahead, looking forward. Slightly slower as you come down. 2 to 3 seconds to lower, and then about 1 second to stand straight up. Squeeze the bum, just like we practiced on that glute bridge, helps wake up the back of the body. Perfect. Couple more. Over and up, and then when you go to rest, set it down well. Long spine, set it down. And now we're headed back to our mat for a forearm plank. So coming on down to the floor, palms down, flat on the forearms, have your feet just a little bit wider than you normally work. And here we go. If 45 seconds feels simple to you, you can add a little hip extension. So ensuring that I don't let my hips rock forward, toes pointing down towards the floor, I'm alternating legs. Lifting one leg up, like 10 to 12 inches off the ground, and then the other side. Squeeze the bum. Give extra focus to draw that stomach in and stay strong out of this upper body. We're 30 seconds in, 15 seconds left. Even if you're not marching your legs at all, still squeeze the glutes. Lift the thighs up out of the knees. And 3, 2, 1. Back to your feet. Excellent. Walking your way back up. And now we're going to get ready to warm up our squat. So a gentle toe out, eyes up and forward. And then when you're ready, breathe in, sitting back, squeeze the glutes, standing tall. Excellent. Got a decent amount of squatting in today's series. So just be nice and gentle on this first set. About halfway through, I'm going to start to add an overhead reach to kind of get ready for our thrusters. So thumbs to the shoulders, elbows up and forward, squatting down as you stand. Left arm comes up in the air. And then on the next rep, squeeze the glutes, right arm reaches up. Let's get about 1 or 2 more on each side. Lovely. Down and stand. Last one. And shake it out. Fantastic. Push up with the mountain climber next. So I'm going to use that elevated surface. I'm going to walk the feet back. For this exercise, we're going to do 1 push-up and then 1 mountain climber on each leg, lifting the knees. Breathing in, lower down, start when you're ready. Breathing out to push up. 1 mountain climber on each side. For 45 seconds, it kind of slows down the push-ups, still challenges that midline. Center your gaze right between the hands. And keep that focus on that midline, ensuring the hips don't drop down as you lower down. 10 seconds left. And 3, 2, 1, and take the rest. Awesome job. All right, we've got a full minute rest here. And keep that blood flow going, a little side step, arm swing. And then some nice big circular motions of the arms. There you go. And let's get a drink of water. All right, friends, so that's round 1. We're going to do it twice more. Going back to our deadlifts. About halfway through this next round, after our plank, those of you wearing the bands, we're going to lift out the air. So you decide if you want to use the same weight. I'm going to stick with the same weight for 1 more round and then go heavier on round 3. 10 seconds till we begin. Standing over top of the weight. Midline nice and neutral. Soft bend those knees. Long spine. And when you're ready, coming into round 2. Nice strong posture. Sending those hips straight back. Keeping the weight right between the feet. Breathing in on the down, breathing out on the up. Really good. Focus and think about lifting the crown of your head straight up towards the sky. So you get the most out of that tall posture. Stacking the shoulders right over the hips. Looks good, Sharon. 10 seconds left. And just like in those glute bridges, squeeze the booty at the top. Protect that lower spine. When you're ready, set it down and make your way into your plank posture. So forearms. We have the option of that glute march or hip extension from the plank. And when you get there, here we go. So hips nice and level with the shoulders. If you're doing this hip extension, toes stay pointing down towards the floor. Sometimes they'll want to rotate out, so keep them down. Breathe as you march. Really solid, good. 20 seconds left. 10 to go. Whew. Excellent. Good, strong midline means a nice, strong, healthy spine. And 3, 2, 1, take the rest. Woo. All right, we're gonna take 30 seconds to transition. We're coming back to our squats with the option of the overhead reach is turn it into a thruster. You're gonna press that nozzle and let out the air, and or pick them out and move them out of the way. All right. Toes pointing forward, eyes looking up and ahead. And 3, 2, 1. When you're ready, you can alternate arms on that overhead reach. Breathing in on the down, breathing out on the up. Lovely. Excellent. You want an extra challenge, you can go both arms together, but we do have a little more overhead work in the last circuit. So that's why I'm choosing one arm at a time. Excellent choice, especially if you know yourself to be stiff in that mid back and you tend to overarch and you reach overhead. That single arm overhead press helps to give a little bit more leeway for your body. Very good. And take the pause. Nice work. All right, push up with the mountain climber. We're going to continue to stay elevated and maybe take it to the floor on the last round. Nice wide handprint. Coming into position. And 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Push up first. And then one mountain climber on each side. Excellent. Lead with the heart, not with your head. Sometimes you're going to push the head forward. Draw the chin in. And then lower your heart right down to the chair or your surface. Watch so you don't wing those elbows wide. So tuck them in, draw them back. In, breathing out. Good. 10 seconds. Stay strong. If you get to where your push-up goes away, then just stay at the top here and work the mountain climber. 3, 2, 1, and there's our rest. All right, let's continue with that side step arm swing. And then now you want to gather around the heaviest weight that you feel confident to use. Got about 45 seconds. Then we'll be coming into our third and final round of this circuit. You could also choose to hold one weight on each side of the body. We only have one more round, so I would prefer that that means that you have equal weights in each hand. Doesn't have to be perfect. 10 seconds till we start. Chest nice and tall. Find that midline. And 3, 2, 1. Final time now. Good focus. Especially if you went heavier. Nice and tense. Breathing in, breathing out. This is our last bit of official hinging work. We do have some burpees coming up, which does require some hinging through the hips and getting on and off the ground. Really pay attention to that upper body as well. You want to feel that mid-back engaged, holding those shoulder blades back and down. Help keep that strong mid-back posture. 10 seconds now. Really good. Nice, Sharon, staying tight. And 2, 1, resting there. Excellent. Coming into our final plank. Making your way down onto your forearms. Palms down to the floor. And when you get there, go ahead and begin. Option to march those legs up and down. Now notice the tendency is as the hip extends, the back also tends to arch. So that's where that extra focus of holding that belly button in nice and strong. So you don't have that arch in that lower spine. And breathe. Chin in, eyes forward, meaning not up and forward, but down, looking between the forearms. Nice, 10 seconds to go. 3, 2, 1, and resting there. Woo! All right, back up for our squats. Option of the thruster. It's going to go a little bit heavier. Holding one weight in each hand. Set the feet for the squat. 3, 2, 1. When you're ready, we're squatting down, standing tall with that overhead reach. If anything's going on with the shoulders that prevents that overhead reach, then just work the squat portion. Excellent. Good. Breathing in as you sit back, breathing out as you stand tall. Over halfway, excuse me. 10 seconds left. Excellent, eyes up and forward. Great depth of those squats. 3, 2, 1. Finishing with the push-up and the mountain climber. All right, stay elevated if that gives you the best range of motion. If you can do a full push-up from your toes, then feel free to join us down on the mat. All right, nice wide handprint. And when you're ready, go ahead and begin. Chest all the way to the deck, pushing up. And then one time on each side, knee to elbow. Roll down, all the way up to the toes, and then get that knee to elbow. There you go, Sharon. Just working a little hybrid motion, coming down to her chest, coming off the knees, and then coming to the toes. That works well. If we go too hard too soon, as we push up, we tend to arch that back. So we want to really hold strong, like you're a moving plate. Maybe one more time. And there's our rest. Woo! Nice work. Let's sit back on the heels for a second. Shake out the arms. And we're going to stretch our triceps. If you can, turn your toes under you. Then we'll sit back on the toes just like so. If it's painful for your toes, don't force it. But it's really good to get that nice stretch through the big toe and all the digits. And then from here, we'll reach up, chin in, bend the elbow, reach around, pull it back. And a nice little side bend. Good, coming up. Same thing, other side, reach up, bend that elbow, chin in, and once again, take it to the side. Really good. All right, got one more series to go. We're gonna make our way to standing. Let's grab a drink of water. And this one's gonna move a little bit faster. We're gonna have some side shuffle work. So go ahead and clear your space so you have some room to work laterally. And then from here, we're gonna find a weight that you can either take in. If you want to include more squatting, we can do a full thruster. We're gonna go all on one side of the body and then switch. We're gonna work for 25 seconds and take about 5 seconds of transition. I will be doing those full squats. Up to you whether you want to include that full squat or not. All right, friends, we're gonna get started here in 20 seconds. So we're gonna go on shoulder to overhead on each arm. After we do each arm, we're gonna do our side shuffle, and then we're gonna finish the exercise circuit with a burpee. Go ahead and pick up your weight. Non-dominant arm to begin. And 3, 2, 1, here we go. So you can either stay tall or full squat. Breathing in, breathing out. Beautiful. Eyes up and forward, feet firmly planted. Non-working arm reaches out in front of you. Getting ready to transition and opposite side. Give 5 seconds. Ready, and here we go on that second side. Same exercise that you did. Excellent. Breathe in on the down. Breathing out as you stand tall. Good. Take the front of the ribs down. Don't want to start to sway back now. In and out. 2, 1. As you set your weight down, make sure you leave a nice little bit alleyway for yourself. And then as soon as you get there, you can begin. We're going to stay tall and just practice that lateral shuffle. Lovely. In the later rounds, we can add the grapevine if you'd like. But for now, taking it side to side. And then burpees are next. Coming back to center. And as soon as you're ready, we're going to come into that burpee. Step or hop the feet back. Coming back up. A little straight jump to overhead. If you're stepping, take note. See if you can step the opposite leg from each rep. If you're hopping, hips into the heels, then pull yourself up. And rest. Perfect. Time for some water. We're going to do that twice more. Great job, friends. 15 seconds. Pick the weight you want to use for round 2. Once again, non-dominant arm. Either full squat or working that quarter squat. I'm going to go quarter squat this time. And begin. Still look similar. Knees push wide. Hips sit back. And now I'm only going a little bit down. And then drive tall from there. Breathe in. Breathe out. Try to bring that weight right over the center of your head. Lovely. 2, 1. Get ready to rotate, taking it to the opposite arm. Eyes up and forward. And then as soon as you get there, take into it. Second half. Good. In, breathe out. Kind of smile a little bit as you press up. Making our way through it. 1 rep at a time. Fantastic. Good. Squeeze that tush if you push, pull. Almost there. And rest. Excellent. Set it down. Clear your space. We're going to give the option, if you feel strong on your feet, to move into that grapevine. Turning through the torso and then taking it back. Very good. Working in agility. Practice being nice and light on your feet. You can be playful with your movements. Beautiful. 10 seconds. And we're right into those burpees. Woo! If anything's going on that you can't get on and off the ground, then march instead. Here we go. You're welcome to march or come on down, moving through those burpees. Engage the glutes to reach up. It's a great day to be alive. Moving through it. Notice your self-talk when we get into those more challenging exercises. When the heart rate starts to get higher, it's easy to get in that judgment voice and take a rest. Awesome. All right, walk it out. 20 seconds until we start our third and final set. Great job today, friends. Pick out the weight that you want to finish with. Non-dominant arm to start. I'm going to go back to those full squats to finish it out with some thrusters. 5 seconds. And 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Either keep it steady, finish with a nice consistent pace, or now is the time. You're nice and warm, and you can turn up that volume just a little bit more. Awesome. In and out. Back into the heels, but also keeping contact with that big toe. Final time, and switching sides. When you get there, take it through. Good. Try to have nice strong speed coming out of the bottom. Drive down through the legs. Beautiful. Breathe in. 10 seconds left. We'll get ready for that grapevine. 2, 1. Transition. Woo! All right. Clear space. And then we'll get it moving. Awesome. Swivel through the torso. Relax through the arms. Light on the feet. Awesome job. Good agility. Helps protect ourselves against falls. Helps you to fall more gracefully if you do get caught up. And we're gonna finish with those burpees, friends. Starting in 3, 2, 1, and final hurrah. You can step, big step forward. We're trying to avoid that like deep, big extension in the back. If you want to still practice that like long spine, you can float the hips up, coming all the way into the heels. 10 seconds now. Really good. Maybe one more time, everybody. Down. And give yourself a round of applause. And all right, let's use the back of your chair or a wall or a countertop. We're going to stay up on our feet. We're going to open the mid back and then get a big stretch for the calves. But first, more water. All right, so first that mid back stretch. Walking both feet back. Stomach draws in. And with a soft bend of those knees, you're going to lower the heart towards the floor, head between the arms. Draw your chin in, come out of the stretch just a touch as you get that nice big inhale. And then on the exhale, chin stays in and you just guide that heart down. Also watch the low back, but you don't overarch that lower spine. When the arm is fully extended, I'm kind of pushing down in the back of the chair. One more breath, coming out of the stretch. And taking it back into the stretch. Super. Come all the way up. Rest those arms for a moment. And now we're going to push against the chair. Step one foot back, lower that heel down, eyes up and forward. We're going to get a nice stretch to the calf. There you go. You can, Sharon, lift that chest a little bit more, draw the shoulders back and down. That's it. Make sure you're not arching that lower back, draw the belly in. Switching sides, step it forward. Long step back, same thing other side, lowering that heel down. Now is the time to breathe in and then you can breathe out. Your body's asking for it, just give a little sigh. Let all the frustration, all the angst, any negative energy, just let it flow out of you. Perfect. Going back up. Now let's stretch out those quads. Standing tall, grab the foot. Balance as needed. We're going to challenge your balance just a bit. Heel towards the glute. Stay tall for this one. Good. So Sharon's shoulders stacked over the hips. There you go. That helps open up that hip all the way. Squeeze the glute. And set it down. In between sides, take note of which foot you're stretching. Little hip circles. And you get to pretend that we're on the island. One of the Hawaiian islands. We're just in our own little paradise. Going to flow the other way. It's always very healthy to imagine. Try to be childlike in these adult years. And now let's stretch that other side. We tend to have this chronic condition as human beings, especially in our culture, where we get super serious. I know I'm guilty of it. It's easy to lose that playful nature that really can give us a lot of vitality because it brings joy to our life. It brings ease to our life. The more ease we have, the easier and the better our body can function. There we go. Good. Staying nice and tall on this one. Squeeze the glute. And when you're ready, go ahead and release. Fantastic. All right. We're going to finish with our figure 4 stretch on the ground. So I'm just going to come into a nice, smooth forward fold. I'm going to walk myself out. First, I'll do a couple press-ups from the stomach. So lie all the way on your belly like you're going to do some push-ups. Legs are together, toes are pointed, the soles of the feet up towards the ceiling, and then I'm going to squeeze the push. Gently create some space in that lower spine as I lift up. And just, your body might be a little bit lower. Don't try to force anything. Draw the shoulders back and also lift the head. Chin up, looking up. Breathe in, lowering down. Do that twice more. If it doesn't feel good to your back, take it into the opposite of that child stretch. Everybody's a little bit different. So you always want to listen to your body. You're getting a pinching sensation. Good. Try to keep your hips on the ground. So hip bone should be in contact with the ground. Yep. Down. And I'm just lifting my torso off the ground. The front of my hips are still planted. There we go. That's a game changer. If you're tighten those hips, it will really show. And rest. Coming down. Now we'll go back into that child stretch if you're not there already. Palms down, hips float back. Bow the head down. Oh. And another great position to let out that sigh. It's good for your nervous system. Give that little audible release. Oh. Do one more time, and when you're ready, we're going to take it onto our backs for that figure 4. Go ahead and slowly lower yourself back. We're going to take the right foot to start. You're going to cross it over the left thigh and then hug that left thigh in, drawing the foot and toes of your right back towards the right knee. Spend the first 10 to 15 seconds opening your body up into the stretch. Ready? You can take your left leg, draw the toes towards your face as you extend the heel towards the ceiling, then point the toes towards the ceiling, draw them back, and then bend them down. Beautiful. Up, point, in. Good. Once more. Toes pull towards you to start. Then you point it to the sky. Pull them back towards the face. Hold that foot there as you bend it down and in. Perfect. Release the legs in between sides. 2 knee twist. Arms out wide, open through the chest. The legs together. We'll take both legs to one side. Turn the head. Look over the other shoulder. And then when you're ready, breathe in. Scoop the knees across. Same thing other way. So we're going to go one more time each direction. Bring it over. And bringing it back. And then we're going to balance out that figure 4. But take your time, get that full twist. And then we'll return to that glute bridge position with the feet flat. And now it's going to be the left foot to the right thigh. Remember to engage that ankle, drawing the toes back towards you as you start to hug that right thigh in. You can use the elbow to push that left knee out. Take a moment there. And when you're ready, it's either right leg this time, foot up, toes back. Point. Extend and bend. Very good. Couple more. Up. Point. And in. Really great. One more. And go ahead and release. Beautiful. All right, if you're feeling a little pinching or stiffness in the front of the hips, let's take it into a low bridge. You can even interlace the hands underneath your body. Draw the shoulders back and down, draw the chin to the chest. And we're just going to hold for 3 to 5 cycles of breathing here. Common to feel a bit more fatigue in the lower back after all that work we did. You're ready, release the hands, lower the hips back down, and then we'll take it into our stretch arm strong. Arms reach overhead, legs fully extend. And then just imagine you've got your two imaginary friends. One of them's at your hands, pulling your wrists over your head. One's at your ankles, giving some length through your hips and all the way through the spine. And then when you're ready, go and circle the arms to the side. Bring one hand onto the belly, one hand onto your area of your heart. And then just let yourself be. It seems silly, but it's fairly true for a lot of the people I know. I struggle with it myself, to just be still. Settle in, be calm. But here's that moment when you want to give yourself grace, give yourself gratitude for taking the time to show up today. Remember, with all the dozens of things that you might have on your list to do, remember that most important is to take time for yourself. Practice presence with the people, the pets, the trees, and the nature in your world. And I hope that you have a beautiful holiday and look forward to moving with you next week. Take care.